Hey y'all, it's Bag Lady J. Welcome back to the Bag Talks. So today we're gonna go a little bit in a different direction. We're gonna talk about Valentine's Day. As y'all can see, I'm all dressed up. I got my hair done. I got my nails done like a baddie should. And I just want this to be a reminder for those of you out there that are also single that this is the time to get your together. Let this serve as a time in your life where you decide to value yourself and you don't go chasing after anybody that's not valuing you. And I know there's a lot of rhetoric out there about, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. And it gets tiring because we are in the middle of a cultural, like Kendrick Lamar said, a cultural divide. And it comes with the territory and it includes these gender wars that everybody keeps talking about: high value man, high value woman, high value. And I am speaking to the people that have realized this Valentine's Day that how important it is to treat yourself, how to love yourself, how to be there for yourself. This is like my third Valentine's Day where the only person that got me something was my father. And I'm so grateful for that. And it really made me look at the things and the people around me that really do care about me and that are able to help me continue on this journey of singleness, because it definitely is a journey. Like, who doesn't want to meet a person that's going to be their other half, be there for them, and be there when stuff hits the fan? Everybody wants that. It's in our makeup, it's in our nature. All that shit comes with the territory. But it's important that we also have some self-control and we understand the value of ourselves so that we can use this time to do things that are important to us instead. My phone be so dry until I do something and then it just start blowing up. Anyway, get cute. Start going out. Start doing different things for yourself that that allows you to really show out for yourself, show up for yourself, and love on yourself. It's nothing wrong with that. I love all the Valentine's Day parties that everybody been having, and then people probably go back to their man at the end of the night, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's just like, I love how our generation, we find different ways to make things more about us and less about making it about a man. Like, I love men genuinely. I watch dating shows all the time, but I feel like the effects that man can have on women unknowingly, they can really affect women like drastically. And I don't think that enough people talk about that, the emotional side of things, because it is draining to continuously focus on somebody that's not focusing on you. It's draining to continuously imagine a future with a person that's not showing up and showing out for you. And I'm not talking about those that have good intentions but they may not have the resources. I'm talking about those that do have the resources, that's able to do it, but they just don't show up for you. It's time to hop in your bag all 2025. It's still the beginning of the year. It's never too late to get up and do something different for yourself. Like, I woke up today, I did my makeup, I got my hair done, I got my nails done. I feel great because at the end of the day, I know that the person that's coming back to me, like, y'all, I got locked out of my house last night and it made me so grateful because I was like, oh my God, like, I, for that quick second, that 30 minutes that I had to wait, it made me really cherish my home, my environment, and the things that I have. And I think that now is the time where we need graciousness the most, especially when you see so many people posting their Valentine's Day gifts. Yeah, when you have so many people that's posting themselves going out, posting what their significant other got for them, that's cute and all. And I love to see it. I love, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know how much this person had to suck in order to be in the position that they're in. You don't know what that person went through to get that car. You don't know what that person went through, like having somebody's baby, being traumatized, going through the whole nine with a person just to get a gift one day out the year. So before you look at others, you got to really reevaluate your own self and reevaluate your own life and realize that the things that are for you are already here. And it takes us to open up our eyes and just look around us and see it. Because once you go back into your own world and your own reality, I promise you that's when everything else just starts to stick. And it's like, it's so magnetic in a way, because once we love ourselves and we really care about ourselves, we truly do attract the things that are for us out of love. Instead of, that's what I wanted to talk about. Okay. So we attract all the things that are for us out of love. And so what I wanted to talk to y'all about is trauma bonds. Oh my God, y'all. So do not let Valentine's Day be a day where you wake a trauma bond up from the dead. This is not the time to go out and be texting exes, talking about I miss you because you see all the cute stuff that's on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Do not allow a day of the week where you're supposed to be resting because you're not working. Don't allow that day to dictate the next years of your future, because even as a young lady, I'm only 24, and I have to realize, like, I got 6 years into my 30s, and if I spend 5 of those years chasing after somebody that doesn't want me, or just being in situations that aren't good for me, or just situations that don't necessarily give into me or pour into me, it's not really worth the mental energy for me. And I think I say reevaluate because it's so important that we really do the work within and look at ourselves and look in the mirror and say, you know what, you're a beautiful person. You got your shit together. And don't let nobody play with you. Start being more impatient about things that no longer serve you, and stop feeling bad about being impatient about those things. Everybody doesn't deserve your energy. I promise you, like, trauma bonds are the worst because they make people feel like they have this certain type of love that actually isn't there. I will tell y'all a story about a person that I became friends with, and it was such a spiritual thing. And then I later on realized that it was a trauma bond. It was somebody that highly reminded me of my mother. Me and my mother got into an argument, and this person was in the vicinity when it first happened, and I was open and I was hurt, and I'm talking to this person, and I'm thinking that this person is going to serve as a mother figure in my life. I'm like, oh, God brought this person in my life to make me feel better about the situation with my mom so that I can cope better with it and have somebody to rely on in that area, in that space. It was an older woman. And I later on realized that this person was just like my mother. And I realized that the reason why I was so open to that wound was because it was something I already dealt with from my mother. So by me going and befriending this person at such a fast rate and becoming so close with this person just to realize that they're just like my family, it kind of was a self-fulfilling prophecy to fill that void and fill that hole again. So this goes for family, this goes for lovers, this goes for friendships. Do not allow Valentine's Day to serve as a point to where you lower your value temporarily, because I don't believe that you can really lower the value that God gave you and really lower the value that, you know, you were made up to have. But at the same time, sometimes we forget, and it's okay, but dust that crown off and put that bitch back on, because this is not the time to play, y'all, especially my girls in our 20s. Like, this is the time where we really need to get out there and do whatever works, do whatever sticks, and find your niche. Find your niche for love, find your niche for life, and stick with it, and don't ever feel bad about the path that you choose to go on, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be ups and downs in relationships, but as long as you can remain stable with yourself, you will be able to continue to thrive. And I wanted to hear you guys' stories on trauma bonds too, because it goes so deep, because a lot of love relationships, people aren't able to leave these relationships because they have suffered abuse from this person, which became ultimately like their little bubble, especially when it's a secret. It can be any type of abuse. There's verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. And sometimes that serves as becoming a bubble of trauma that people decide to live in with another person. And the reason I say it's a decision is because it really does start in your mind. And a lot of times I feel like, of course, we want to follow our heart. We want to do what feels right. But what feels right isn't always good for you. Like, you may want to be there for a family member that's in need, but at the time being, you would be sacrificing more of yourself in order to go help them out. And that would just create another trauma bond, because when you have two self-sufficient people in a relationship, you don't need to teeter and totter with the energy, the power struggles, and the overall message of the relationship or the goal of the relationship. There won't be any ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. Look for a relationship that serves as a stable foundation for you, that aligns with what you're doing, because then it can flow in naturally and you won't have to worry about the ups and the downs and the outside sources that may be coming to interfere with that relationship, negative and positive. So I just wanted people to think about that this Valentine's Day, and please don't go open up any old wounds, because it's not worth it. Take it one day at a time. It's this song called Day by Day by Circles that I love, that I listen to when I'm in my feelings. It's just like, take it day by day. Get up every day and do 1 or 2 things that serves you, because at the end of the day, nobody can read your mind. Nobody can be controlled, and nobody can pick up the controller to your life but you. So it's so important that I just feel like as girls and as a community, we just support each other in this, because it gets deep. Like, don't let one day turn into 5 years, 18 years of the rest of your life, especially for my fertile baddies out there. Whew. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy y'all weekend. And remember, do something that serves you. I've been hustling like hell, ain't got time to do my nails. Look. I've been hustling like hell, ain't got time to do my nails. Niggas always shooting bullets, but be running from the shell. Send a nigga on his way, cause they be running like the mail. You can't never get no bread, cause you wait till it gets stale. Look.